guys, it's Willow, and today I was gonna do a Gothic Halloween slash if you're goth then everyday look. Again, I just wing these things, so I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do it. I do know I'm gonna use, of course, the black eyeshadow, and I think this as like an undercolor. And I thought I would tell you guys about a spooky story. First, I am gonna go in with the red that I used in that one red eyeshadow tutorial as an undercolor to go all over my eye. And I know it's not quite Halloween month yet. I am excited and ready to start early anyway, so I thought I would tell you guys about my first time ever having a supernatural experience that made me go like, huh, you know? It made me actually like pause and realize something wasn't quite natural going on. And I used to be able to remember it really clearly in like immense detail, but it was when I was in kindergarten, and I'm 25 now, so it's been like 20 years. I used to, for the longest time, be able to. And I am going to bring this red underneath my eye too. I used to be pretty gothy in high school. I don't think that ever completely goes away. It's still in there. I've still got the, I don't know, I like dark colors. I like morose subjects. I'm going to go in with a L'Oreal palette that has these black and grays in it, and I'm going to take the black color and I'm going to go over the whole of my eyeball. I was in kindergarten, the first time I ever had an experience that made me stop and think what just happened, you know. The school was set up in like a horseshoe shape, so there was the kindergarten class on one outer end of the horseshoe, and then where the parents picked you up was the inside of the horseshoe. I had to go to the other end of the school to get to where my mom usually picked me up. So the bell rings and I head towards the place where I need to be picked up at. And there's lots of like little cubbies along the way. One of them, right by where I think either the music or the gym room was, towards where my exit was, there was a little boy, and he was in like a little cutout for cubbies, and he had his backpack on, and it was a nice sunny day, but he had a raincoat on and he was soaking wet. And he was holding a piece of paper and he was crying. And I was like, oh no, you know, when I was a kid, I was crazy nice. That smudged pretty good. Good thing I did my eyeshadow first, folks. This is why you do it first. He's crying. And I walk up to him and I go, what's wrong, you know? And I'm trying to comfort him. And he's just crying and looking at this piece of paper, and he's really white and soaking wet. And I remember thinking it was weird he was wet because it wasn't raining. It had been clear all day. You know, I was like 5, so I didn't think, okay, ghost. I just thought, crying little boy. He's looking at the piece of paper and he gets this really like defeated, like hopeless look on his face. And he goes, my dad's gonna kill me. My dad's gonna kill me. And I'm like, what? No, I'm sure your dad loves you. It's gonna be fine. The piece of paper he was holding was one of those like copy paper that they put your report cards on, or at least back then they put it on this like weird thin paper. So I knew that's what it was. And I was like, no, you're gonna be fine. Your dad loves you. And I was trying to comfort him. He keeps looking at the paper and going, my dad's gonna kill me. My dad's gonna kill me. All of a sudden, I think it was a teacher. I don't think it was my teacher, but I think it was a teacher. Like, everybody knew me because I was known. And just to get you up, I put red all over and then black all over. And I have red underneath, and then I put white in the corner and blended it out. And now I'm putting white underneath my brow bone. All of a sudden, this woman who's either a mom or a teacher, I don't remember who she was, puts her hand on my shoulder and she's like, "Who are you talking to?" She looks kind of weirded out. Like, I don't know. Like she was genuinely concerned. Probably. I don't blame her. I was like, you know, I don't think I actually said the little boy, but I was thinking the little boy, and I turned to like look at him and he wasn't there. The way we were standing was like there's the hall like that, and then on the corner there's like a little indentation that's just big enough for the cubbies, so there's no like getting around somebody without bumping into somebody. It just wouldn't have been big enough. Like the size of a closet, really. And to make this more of a dramatic effect, I'm doing the inside of my little tear duct there. And I'm bringing it to kind of a point. Time to do the wing part. But yeah, he was just gone. And that's when I think I got kind of like jarred out of it. Like, other than him being soaking wet when it wasn't raining out, him saying such a weird thing about my dad's gonna kill me over and over again, and being so pale and just like that look that he had. It was just like all hope was lost for him, it seemed like, which is really sad. Yeah. Between all of that, like looking back on it, it's obvious it was probably someone who was no longer living. Which I hope whatever happened to him wasn't actually because of that conversation we were having. I hope his dad didn't do anything to him, I guess. Oh, that got dark. We might edit that part out. I'm gonna smudge out the bottom part too, just to make it look more relaxed. I don't think I really thought of it as a ghost story for a long time, because I've been into like creepy crawly for most of my life, but at kindergarten I don't think I really knew what like ghosts were beyond like Snoopy cartoons, you know. For some reason it always bothered me and I never forgot about it. And then when I got older and I knew what ghosts were, I was like, well, that's probably what that was. Put on some mascara. But yeah, that was, I think, one of the reasons why it jarred me so much. Because, I mean, I'll get into why it normally wouldn't jar me later on, but usually I'm not very scared of that kind of stuff. But it jarred me because I thought it was a real person. Like, I thought I was legitimately talking to this little boy the whole time. And hadn't realized that there wasn't actually anyone there. And I don't know, maybe it was a real little boy and the lady didn't notice him and I didn't notice him sneak by or something like that. But he also would have been my age and I didn't recognize him. He was like almost exactly my age, it seemed like. And I did not recognize him at all. Alright, now I'm gonna go in and do my face stuff. And I always had kind of weird vibes at that school. The playground area was set down at like the bottom of a hill. Sorry guys, I had to mess with my camera. The card got full, so I had to download the footage I had. And while I did that, I went ahead and I put some fake eyelashes on. If you can see those. At the top of the hill was this big tree that was really popular for the kids to play with. Had all these like scraggly roots and stuff that could make for some pretty fun games for us children, I guess. I used to like to pretend I was brewing a witch's potion. And I was such a weirdo, you guys, that I would try to go up to join those kids at the bottom of that tree to play with them, and they would literally run away screaming from me. Like, legit. Now that I'm older, I don't really care about being weird. I think it's kind of a good thing. But now I'm putting that powder stuff that I've mentioned before that I mix with baby powder underneath my eyes because I think it does an awesome job. And the tree didn't give me bad vibes, but also the top of the hill there was a little creek that ran by this like nature trail that they took us to learn about nature on all the time. And that area gave me weird vibes. Certain spots would give me weird vibes there. I don't know what it was. I'm gonna do our eyebrows, and I'm gonna use this little brush thing to make sure all the hairs are just going the same way. I actually don't have to pluck my eyebrows, which I'm pretty thankful for, because that would be a whole thing. That was just really weird and obnoxious. And I never got it when people were making fun of me until it was like too late. We're gonna contour. And since this is a Halloween look, I'm gonna like hecka contour. Actually, I'm gonna use some of the gray here. Experimentation, right? Hopefully it doesn't go terribly wrong. Oh, that's going terribly wrong. It's a Halloween look, so it's okay. And then I'll go over it with my normal contouring colors. I was always really sensitive to like vibes. So I knew people that went there, and I don't think they ever mentioned anything about it or it being haunted or anything, so. And I never knew about it being haunted or anything, so might have just been me. It could have just been like one of those wanderers that like they appear once and then they never come again. I've also always really loved Halloween, so that's the thing. I'm gonna add some of this blush here, and we're gonna do that along the apples of our cheeks and our contour line. 90% sure that little boy did not go to that school, because I know I would have said something to him if I had ever seen him again, and I never did. And I wouldn't remember it so clearly if it hadn't been strange. Like, for a long time I can remember every detail of that little boy. That's my creepy story about the first time I think I ever had a what the heck moment. Put the highlighter right here where the light hits our cheekbone. Seeing as how I don't really get to use black lipstick ever, I think I'm gonna go with black lipstick. Oh, this is harder than I thought it would be. I'll never stop posting this video. It's pretty weird enough. I think this is it. This could be your everyday goth look if you're a goth, and then I guess I can add something cool to it. Let's add a little pattern or something to the eyes. Maybe I'll add some like bats. I don't know, I've never really like drawn an eyeliner. I'm gonna try and add some bats. We're gonna stop here before I totally butcher my face. Anyway, this is the look. You use it for Halloween, or if you are gothically inclined, you can use it for your everyday or fancy dress up or whatever you want. This is the look. I hope that people don't totally disown me that I know for being a crazy nut job that tells ghost stories sometimes, I guess. Anyways, I have lots of stories like that. That's kind of one of the more minor ones, I think. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think of the makeup look, and if you have any tips for me, or if you used to also be a little gothy child like me. Anyway, that's today's video. I don't know. I still think about that story sometimes. It's weird. I will see you guys next time. I kind of ruined it with the diamonds and stuff on it, but hey, there we go. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I always have fun filming these for you guys, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks. Bye.